Greetings and salutations, everybody. My name is Dark Chaotic Swan here, and today we are bringing back another episode of Railway Series Customs Volume 2. Today we shall be looking at the Marklin engine, or Marklin. Yep, that's right. To those of you who are not aware, there is a character who appeared in the early seasons of Thomas and Friends who would generally move freight cars in the background, or actually, goods wagons. Let me use my correct terminology. Though for a while we didn't know who this character was, it was eventually revealed that this character was a Marklin engine. Hence his name in the fandom wiki, the Marklin engine. He was generally just used to push things around and make it look like a larger railway than just the few characters we actually saw in the early seasons. Well, now we have more characters than we can count on one finger. But anyway, I decided to give a shot at my Marklin. First thing you'll notice, hey, doesn't he look a lot like your Rosie? No, before you say it, no, I did not paint Rosie black. And just call it Marklin. This Marklin is actually the same class. USATC S100 Class 060 tank engine. Built by the USATC. Obviously, as you can tell by the basic origins given to Rosie and any other member of the class, he was built by the U.S., sent overseas, and would gain a little bit of his own flair in the form of being an Austrian engine. That's right. Instead of being a normal Class S100, he is actually an Austrian member of the family, being known as the OBB, or Austrian Railway, Class 989, which is what he is modeled after. Hence why his bunker is not the extended variant, and why he has an air compressor on the side of him, or a Westinghouse. For logic. But anyway, as you can see, he's been given different features, obviously, in the form of livery, but also in design. I've decided to start making the smoke box part of the locomotive actually a bit more realistic. Instead of the whole face being the smoke box, they're going to have their face is going to be represented as the smoke box door. So there's going to be a little area of ring of black around them showing the rest of the smoke box. And their face will basically open up. Which is something that some people don't seem to think they can do. But there is actually an illustration of Henry being alive as his ashes cleared out of his smoke box. I could probably pull it up right now, but I want to keep to the topic. So we'll continue. Basically, the story behind this goes, if you remember if y'all read RWS, when the foreign engines arrived to help, well, foreign engines and inland engines, I made mention of the number of S100s brought in. It wasn't just one. While Rosie was one of them, Marklin was the other one. And basically, Marklin here would have arrived and then been sent back over. Except by back over, I mean he'd be sent to Austria. Real reason for this is because there wasn't really no real way to get a German S100. It would have had to pull up some real bull. But you know how it is. So, we have an Austrian example, which is the closest we can get at the moment to German. But hey, I ain't complaining. He looks spiffing. The more simple bunker is actually kind of spoken at. He's also got, red rods. The best type of side rods for a locomotive, wouldn't you agree? No, you probably wouldn't. But if we pull up Rosie alongside, you can definitely see the differences stand out a bit more. From smoke box to bunker, they are not entirely carbon copies. The only thing carbon copied would be the frames, because the frames were built immediately after finishing Rosie. So, yeah. That being said, let's compare him to another USATC example. Push her away. And bring in the big man, Hank. you've got the heavy hauler and the shunter. Pretty obvious that one's going to be bigger than the other, and Hag definitely doesn't disappoint. Look at it. Look at that size comparison. It is pure raw. But yeah. Personality-wise, I don't really know what I'm going to do with him. A lot of Marklins thus far have kind of given him this sort of possibly scheming personality. But in general, he's not really playing it flat out evil. But anyway, let's actually throw in a surprise comparison. That's right, we're comparing him to Gordon 2 Mark III. Yeah, Gordon 2 Mark III, because that isn't confusing to y'all. Gordon got an upgrade unintentionally because I wanted to rebuild him. The original marker I used died, so I had to go with a brighter color of blue, and it surprisingly works. Even though I thought it would have ruined it, it actually makes it look a bit more lively. Maybe this will be the new blue, maybe this might not. Who knows? But all in all, I think it was worth it. Probably wouldn't go back and fix much except for that firebox gap, but hey, not all of us are perfect. I mean, hey, if somebody could redesign me, I'd probably recommend fixing quite a few places. But anyway, all that being said, this has been the review of Marklin. Or Mark, if you want to nickname him that. Though I don't think he plays video games. But anyway, this has been another RWS Customs volume. This has been Dark X1, and I shall see you next time. Good day.